Why are Aboriginal people, Indigenous people, so offended by the term Australia Day? They need to get over it. Seriously, it's all in the history. It's a past. We've said sorry. Let's move on. If you found that you said something similar to that over the last couple of days, and you felt like you had to write something like that on Facebook or on a friend's page or your Bebo account or underneath news articles online and stuff like that, then this poem's probably for you. First of all, read your history books. Read your own history books. Go to the state library. Read in our state libraries all around the country, in your main capital cities. In your capital cities, go and read up about the history of this country and how it has affected Aboriginal people today. Read about all the genocide and the crazy stuff that has an effect on today's society, on today's Aboriginal society. Read your medical journals. Read up about all the health problems and the trickle-down effect that all these combined things that have happened in history have now affected in such a negative way Aboriginal people today. And then after you've done your research and educated yourself properly, then think about what you're going to write and why you would write that. Think about stuff that you had wrote in the past and how it might be changed if you just educated your mind a little bit more about the realities of what's happened in this country. So this poem is called Dreaming, and it's trying to give you a perspective, the inside perspective of Aboriginal person from my mother's era, my era, and then younger Indigenous people. I think younger Indigenous people at the moment, my personal opinion is that a large majority of them think that black politics in this country does not affect them, and the history that of the oppression of our people and stuff that has happened with people having to rally for our rights over the years, just to get basic human rights. The younger generation just totally, a majority of them are oblivious to it, black and white. So Aboriginal and non-Indigenous. So we need to change those patterns and those old ways of thinking and inform ourselves about what really has happened. And then embrace it. Embrace each other's histories and more so to the fact, embrace our history, Aboriginal history, and have a look at it and see why things are happening today in pockets of our community. So this is called Dreaming, and I wrote it in conjunction with Ian Collis and Alicia Jones. Alicia Jones was a producer of this performance a couple of years back, and it was commissioned by the Brisbane Festival. It's called Dreaming. I'm dreaming now as you look at me and I look back, dreaming of my mother's people dragged to their demise dead on their backs. I'm dreaming about a culture I'll never get to hear, speak or see, maybe in a book written by some Migley lad with a university degree. And he probably means well, this bloke who studied and can tell me what I don't know about myself. But it just doesn't sit right in my heart of hearts, this knowledge and its wealth. Dreaming as I'm driving past another Murray in the street, acknowledge them with a sly flick of a wrist and into my world retreat. And try not to be saddened at the state that our lives are currently in. I mean, I'm so comfortable with this ignorance and mentality that I think the past didn't affect me. Yet my mother and her mother too were treated less than human because of a mentality in which I'm consumed. Asleep, dreaming, looking for answers to my history, seeking knowledge, crying out, and ain't nobody out there answering me. Maybe they're right, all those people throughout my life who said, Fred, you've got everything you could ever want. Why, out of the darkness, you were delivered into the light. We brought you roads, Centrelink, money, and real food to bite. Pre-packaged addictions in all shapes and forms, much more civilized than that which you were before. And the doors are opening, but still a lot remain closed. So I'll pose for a picture. This is the age of the Microsoft Murray, so my feelings flurry, but remain buried. Unlock the mystery of my culture via Google search. Adapted, assimilated, mistreated, beaten, no fight left in us. Us, we a once proud and strong nation, a healthy, beautiful people, now resigned and comfortable with the fact that we are not treated equal. Adapted, adapted, adapted. Every day I feel like I have to say, don't look at me just because of the colour of my skin. Don't judge me because of that. I'm adapted. Adapted like a stream of information within the matrix of information technology, tricknology, clever tricks to keep me feeling inferior, infecting my reality, affecting my speech, a cultural diphtheria. Here are the thoughts of a contemporary black child, saved on these very streets, raised wicked and very wild. Thank God for the very air that I breathe, disciple of the Bible, Matthew 28:19. And tribal I try to be, but sometimes inside of me won't let me go out and live that dream. The dream, a dream, no. Fear of what my friends will think. No family left, only tribal links. A party favourite over chips and drinks. A kink in the lineage, but a story for another time, perhaps. In the body of this being is a warrior trapped, strapped with a semi-automatic arsenal of raps, poems and ideologies to unsettle the greatest minds on the map. Grade 12 education without a graduation cap, and if this troubles you, that's good, because these are just the facts. Like the statistics that show that an Aboriginal person is almost extinct. Well, how about that? The lights, glass, bitumen, steel. I feel the suffocation, its motive so real that the taste is bittersweet. Can't go back in time and relive our former glories, pre-government approved and socially accepted killing sprees of my family and other people, Aboriginal people, that equates to today's ignorant minds. The blinds are down, but the lights are on. So the selective thought pattern genes have been successfully passed on to some people, not everybody. Look at our children sniff paint, kill the pain, laugh at our misfortune, and you publicise the shame. We're visible but truly unseen. This is what I see, the scenes of my dreams. Now, if you don't understand parts of that, then replay it, and listen to it again, and listen to it again until something clicks for you. And if it doesn't click for you, go to your state library, do your homework, read up on the history of our culture, read all the journals and all the reports and everything like that. Read up on all that stuff. Read medical journals and find out about what it is you're making a statement on this Australia Day or next Australia Day or anytime soon in the future in a public forum. So thanks for listening.